Not all is bleak in the world of sports gaming. NASCAR 25 was a fun, refreshing game I just reviewed, so check that out if you haven't already. But I have more news that you could frame as positive because, while honest and true, a lot of what we discuss on this channel is how bad things are, so I'm happy to talk about good things on the way. In this video, we'll go over some exciting new games, as well as some new mods for older, classic sports games that have blown my mind recently. Let's dive in. First, a new NBA game was announced recently, and it's not NBA Live, and it's not related to NBA 2K, and it's not a mobile game. It's called NBA The Run, and it's a 3v3 street basketball game with real NBA players, current and legends, and it's developed by former EA developers who worked on NBA Street and NBA Live back in the day. Sounds like a cool recipe, right? Even Bobbito Garcia, the announcer from the old NBA Street games, returns. This is a new NBA Street game in everything but the name. It will have online multiplayer, and Play-by-Play Studios, the studio making this game, said the game uses a netcode system that predicts potential inputs to reduce lag, which should result in smooth real-time play, but we'll see about that. Real-life courts from Rucker Park to the Tenement in the Philippines will be featured, which is cool. Shout out to the Philippines, by the way. I actually have a decent amount of viewers from there, and I appreciate you guys. I will definitely review NBA The Run when it comes out, and if the gameplay is good and fun, it could be a big hit. If the gameplay is trash, it'll fail. We'll see. Next up, we have rumors that the UFL, which is the USFL and XFL merged, which happened a few years ago, is looking at the possibility of an officially licensed video game. This story comes from Insider Gaming's Mike Straw, someone worth following for breaking news in sports gaming. The UFL has had talks with at least 2 companies to license out its uniforms, logos, and branding. It could be EA, and maybe it would be in addition to Madden, or it could be other companies entirely, who knows. The UFL wants to find new ways to expand their reach, and a video game could do just that. If we got a fun, solid UFL game, that would be awesome. A new simulation football game that is built from scratch is the exact thing I want. But this is a very broad rumor. They could just make a mobile game for all we know, or something like wildcard football with UFL branding, but there's at least some hope that we could get a lower budget Madden alternative. I wouldn't expect a UFL 2K, but a smaller studio could totally do it. Maybe it would be maximum football level or access football level, or something better. This is a development worth keeping an eye on. And before I dive into mods, I want to shed some light on Killer Aces, the next game from the legend who made Sunday Rivals. It's a volleyball game, and it looks like a ton of fun. If you liked Sunday Rivals, this will be a must-play, and supporting indie devs is always a good move, especially ones who care, like 26K. It's not finished yet, but you can wishlist it on Steam if you want to be updated, or subscribe to 26K on YouTube for his dev vlogs. I will also be reviewing this game. A really cool new development in sports gaming is the world of mods. For the longest time, mods were only a thing on PC versions of sports games, but as time went on and emulators for the PS2 and PS3 became easier to run, console versions of sports games have become modded. The most famous example is NCAA 14 Revamped, which a lot of you likely played before college football games came back. You might still be playing it. Recently, a user on Twitter named Phoenix showed off his Madden 11 Revamped mod, which updates rosters, uniforms, stadiums, and more for Madden 11, essentially making it a modern game. Just look at these screenshots. You have real player faces, updated uniform designs, because in Madden 11, the game used the old Reebok template. In this mod, he recreated the Nike uniform template, which is insane. The Play Now select screen is updated. Basically, follow him so when he releases it, you can play Madden 11 with updated everything, which will be a lot more fun than playing Madden 26, and it has a better franchise and superstar mode too. You would need a PC, a Steam Deck, or a Steam machine to play this, something that can handle RPCS3. The Steam Deck might not even be powerful enough, but the Steam machine would. That's why I've been pushing these Steam devices. They give you your gaming freedom back, because you can download and install anything, whether it's on the Steam store or not. You don't have to be held hostage because only the newest releases are available on your console. Another really cool recent mod is NFL Street Reborn, which takes NFL Street and basically makes it a brand new game with online play and current players with proper gear abilities, and even their faces look accurate, and it's already out. You could play it right now. I'd imagine this took a ton of work, and it's literally free. That's awesome. The website NFLStreetReborn.com has instructions on how to install it, and you can follow NFL Street Reborn on Twitter too. NASCAR 09 Revamped is really cool. A user named John Palmieri is working on a mod for NASCAR 09, a fun game that infamously didn't have real car manufacturers. And he's basically finishing the game and tweaking the driving AI. With this mod, the game becomes a far more accurate representation of NASCAR from that era, and it's a pretty important era. Currently it seems like he's making it for the Xbox 360, but hopefully that can be ported to RPCS3 or Xenia with time. Of course, All Pro Football 2K8 has a hex edit, not exactly a mod but close, for 90s rosters and uniforms created by 2K Football Now, and there's even an updated version of the GOAT, ESPN NFL 2K5, but only for the PS2 version for now. I'm waiting for someone to figure out how to mod the original Xbox version via Zemu, because the PS2 version is inferior in a lot of ways. I'd imagine more and more mods for emulated sports games will keep popping up, and again, the Steam machine would play them all. There is positive news for the future of sports gaming. I'm just not sure it's going to come from the AAA publishers, but maybe that's okay. Outside of mods, indie games will only continue to get better as well. Look at indie games 10 years ago, compared to what comes out today. It's only a matter of time before some legendary individual makes a deep, customizable football game that plays on par with PS2 Madden or better. That legend could be you, the one watching this video. You can do anything you set your mind to. That is a true statement. Believe it, chase your dreams, and watch as they come to life. If you're young, interested in game development, and like my channel, pursue that passion, and you can help fix sports gaming. Competition is coming, even if it's unorthodox. Let me know in the comments which of these games or mods you're most excited for, or if I missed any, and thanks for watching.